What is going on, guys? Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. Asian market open, 7 p.m. here, Eastern Standard Time. Small loss last night. Won't sugarcoat it. Nice little win this morning. Helped us come back there. Sticking to the system, obviously using the rules, so everybody knows that. How's everybody doing, though? You doing all right? TK member, what's going on, man? TVK member, how are you? Adele, what's going on? How are you? Miguel, what's up, man? How are you? Welcome, guys. So we've got a couple charts that we're looking at tonight. Certainly a couple charts that I think are important for us to look at. We're going to go through them here based on volume, kind of. So Euro JPY was one that we were looking at yesterday, and to be quite honest with you, it looks like a buy now. So Euro JPY was a sell to us yesterday. We're actually going to put in another zone here to be more accurate with the way we draw our support and resistance zones. But we're going to put one here, and we're going to put one up here as well. So we have some on smaller level as well. We had a full break and retest of the EMA ribbon here. Nice. Yeah, no problem, Adele. I got you. But yeah, we're going to look at possible buys on Euro JPY. USD JPY did break below the EMA ribbon. It did break structure. So if we were to analyze this here, here's your trend. Here's your trend. Definitely got some solid trend lines here. And then we broke structure right there. So it's like 2 hours. 2.5 hours. We had a break there. Sunjeet, what's going on, man? How are you? Hope everybody's doing well today. We have no major news tonight except for the Australian dollar. We do have AUD news tonight, so we will not be touching any AUD pairs. GJ, overall uptrend. You go to the 4 hour, this is an uptrend, right? We have an uptrend here. We've got a full break of the EMA ribbon and what looks like to be a retest. If we drop to the 4 hour here, again, looks very similar. Fair value gap holding strong here. I think we should drive up to see this next zone. With that being said, you could look at a possible maybe 145 pips. That's definitely possible. We're going to have to see. We definitely need some more information on that one. Moving on to AUD JPY. Again, we're not touching any AUD pairs, being that there is AUD news tonight. GBP NZD, I still like the buy on this, guys. I know we were in this earlier. We took a buy on this. Actually, not this one. Sorry. We were in a different pair. But GBP NZD, if it rejects the EMA ribbon here, we could look to take sells, but right now it's not a chart that is of interest just due to the fact that it's kind of ranging in between here and here. Not sure what it's going to do, whether it's going to break to the upside or whether it's going to break to the downside, and we'd want to see a retest on either of these sides before we got into a trade there. So again, not necessarily the best chart. Those two areas are going to be our points of concern there on that chart. Euro AUD, not going to touch it. It's an AUD pair. Red folder news. Nene, how's it going, man? Welcome. Good to see you again. Thanks for joining. It's going good, man. Hope you're doing well. NZD JPY. So we have a lot of charts that look the same, where they are having a break and a retest here. A lot of very similar looking charts, to be quite honest with you. A lot of very similar looking charts. Looking at this NZD USD chart, NZD USD actually looks really solid on the hour, that we could see it come test this area right here. It's only 9 pips though, not really a lot of volume either. Sydney, what's going on, man? How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Appreciate that, Nene. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Again, we're going to follow the volume. USD JPY is just up in the air, right? Because the break of structure is very clear right here, but our direction is not clear. If we see a massive break to the downside and we break this level here, this like 15159 area, that's something that we could look toward. Bill, what's going on, man? How are you doing? Pretty much the JPY pairs. USD JPY, Euro JPY, GBP JPY. That's all I'm really looking at right now. Pairs with volume. A lot of consolidation here at the EMA ribbon. Same with the 1 hour. Overall uptrend, but on the smaller time frame, the hour, and even really the 4 hour, it is a downtrend. We did kind of break structure there. Still within the trend line though, so it's kind of iffy on that one. Kind of iffy on that one, but definitely just the JPY pairs are what we're going to be looking at tonight. Those are the most volume and high probability trades. The Euro CHF trade from today is still in profit. I still also really like that chart, this Euro CHF trade that we took earlier today. I do still like this chart. Give me 1 sec, guys. I use the restroom real fast. Give me 1 sec. Sorry about that, guys. I had to say bye to the in-laws and use the restroom. You know how that is. Sorry about that. I don't normally do that, but they're leaving to go to their hotel, so I had to say bye. Back to what we were talking about here. I still really like this trade. Jan, what's going on? Why did I take my phone with me? Well, because I was going to message you guys and say sorry, I'll be back in a second, but looking at the hour chart here, I still really like this chart. If we were to look at this, I still really like buys on Euro CHF. Not a ton of volume right now. How do I feel about AUD JPY? I'm not touching it. There's AUD news at 11:30. Red folder. Jip, what's up, Sydney? There's red folder news at 11:30 tonight. I'm not touching any AUD pairs. No, you're good. I'm just gonna start saying Jip. Again, I like the buys here on Euro JPY. Looks solid. We got the retest. More like up here, but yeah, we got the retest we were looking for. This is really nothing now since we blew through it, but we got the break in the retest, and now we're retesting this area. If we were to look at it on the 15-minute chart here, this is really good. I'd like to see us break above. So Euro JPY is a buy we're looking at, and GJ, I believe we were looking at as well on the hour. Need to make sure this is still valid. I'm actually going to delete this and probably redraw it. Yeah, you still have one right here, a small zone right there. Your next zone's up there. You've also got a zone right here. So you've got kind of two zones right there. I'd like to see us break this. Otherwise, it can still be considered a downtrend. But again, the overall trend is a pretty major uptrend when you're looking at this chart. Pretty major uptrend. Yeah, we're not touching AUD JPY. We're still waiting for this rejection from last night. We were watching GBP NZD, and we were watching it this morning. We're waiting to see if it's going to come up and reject this and then come back down, or this is indeed just testing this low to come back up this way and continue what could be considered an uptrend here. Although you did have the double top right here, which would kind of defeat the purpose of the uptrend because it kind of did break structure right here in this area. But again, it's still on the trend line on the way up. So theoretically, if you wanted to make a channel, you really could. You could have a pretty large channel right there, going all the way down to here and all the way down to there. So it could just be a pretty wide channel, and this is reversing back up this way. So there's a couple options that we have tonight. I don't like one more than the other right now, but GJ and Euro JPY buys are probably the most solid. We did just get a 15-minute candle here. Would like to see this 15-minute candle go. It wasn't quite a bearish engulfing candle, bullish engulfing candle on the previous candle, but it still looks like it is going to move up. And GJ has been our friend this year. Just hesitant in the direction, you know what I mean? Hesitant in the direction because we need to see if it's going to break this or break this. Break and retest this way or break and retest this way. Still not 100% sure which one it's going to do. It's a little early into the session to tell. You know what I mean? Still early in the session to tell, but we are getting some new candles here. Like I said, AUD news tonight. Anthony Bear, what's going on, man? How are you? Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. What is that, a turquoise person waving? Nice. Hand pink waving. Trying to get good strategies? Well, I'm glad to hear that. Trying to learn good strategies? There you go. That's the first step there, man. Understanding price action, the way the market moves, and picking a strategy and sticking with it. It's going to be your key to success there. I don't love this bear flag, to be quite honest with you. GBP USD, we did look at that one earlier as well. The GBP USD is hung up right there on the 15. What's the 1 hour look like? Oh, this is Euro CHF, sorry. Yeah, we don't like GBP USD right now. I don't believe we like GBP NZD until we get the rejection. A lot of very interesting movements here tonight. Let's see what we got on these 5-minute charts here. Holy consolidation. A lot of consolidation. 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 We can look at the day charts on some of these and get an idea of what they're doing too. Just kind of top-down analysis. I think right now Euro CHF is probably our best bet based off what we're seeing here. It's finally getting some momentum after such a long period of downturn here. Finally getting some buying pressure. I can't believe that, yeah, they have it as a buy pretty much everywhere, except for the 1 day. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's consolidation and then we're waiting for a breakout. Exactly. You're 100% correct there. Just consolidation and waiting for a breakout. That's all it is. Quite plain and simple. Just the question is, what direction? You know what I mean? Don't want to get caught going in the wrong direction. Yeah, I'm working on it. Filming is a lot, but yeah, I'm working on it. I'm going to. Bill, you watched all those videos on my YouTube channel. Rare trades, what time frames? We're using the 1 hour, the 4 hour, hopping down to the 15-minute for possible entries. But right now, we're really just looking at the 1 hour. Yeah, exactly. That's why you wait. That's why we wait, is we need the confirmations. Confirmations are an important part of the strategy. You know, it's how you know you're not just shooting in the dark, you know what I mean? Yeah, high time frames really, you know, it's hard, especially when you go to the day too. Like if you go to the day, you look at it like this one's obviously a bad example because we're right on the EMA ribbon. Well, like Euro CHF, the day, like this is gonna come up and test this area. It's gonna come up and test this at some point. Yeah, I try, man. Like, just try to be transparent, you know? Especially with all the other BS coming out all over the internet right now about certain traders and stuff. I just try and be honest, you know? That's really the best way to just do it. Yeah, it's awesome that he's pushing you to do that. Yeah, it just won't happen quickly. You know what I mean? It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not that. And that's what people struggle to understand, in my opinion. Is that they want to hop in and make thousands of dollars instantly, and it just doesn't happen like that, you know? Like, we're 30 minutes into a stream with absolutely zero movement. Like, at all. Yeah, 100%. You do. And that's why I trade 2 accounts. A small one and a big one. So people can see. Yeah, it's about the process. And I know it's corny to say, but if you don't enjoy the process, you're not going to enjoy the winnings. Like, fortunately, now in today's day and age, like, you don't have to endure the trial and error anymore. There's so much information out there where you can actually learn from other people. Frank Fisher, there's zero movement on these foreign exchange pairs right now. We trade Forex. I don't really trade oil. There's just not a lot of movement on these foreign exchange pairs right now because we're only 26 minutes into market open. I'm sure oil is moving. Oh my gosh. Yeah, look at that on oil. Oil's up around 95 bucks a barrel. Yeah, the dollar's still going up, but it did have a break of structure there, Frank. So, like, it did break its 30-plus day uptrend, finally. Like, if we take a look at the 4-hour here, this uptrend went on for 32 days and 8 hours. Like, USD has been on an uptrend for quite some time. We finally just broke structure for the first time in a long time. But this could just be riding the EMA ribbon to keep climbing higher. And that's why we're not in anything yet, because we're waiting to see what happens. On the 1 hour, it's testing the EMA after the break of structure right here. I can show you gold, but I don't trade gold. Gold's in a consolidation period. Look at this. So it broke below past supports. There's your consolidation period. Gold either needs to break above this, the 5,091 area, and retest and go, or it's going to break this, retest and go down, and head back towards the lower zone of 4681. So there's not really a clear indication of what it's going to do there on gold, to be quite honest with you. That's the 4-hour on gold. It's consolidating heavily. I mean, gold has had almost no movement for the past 1 day and 4 hours. If you go to the hour, you can certainly try and find some movement. But the total movement has been like 1% movement. Very hard to make money on 1% over the past 3 days. A $75 change. It's kind of tough. Everything's in consolidation right now because of everyone's kind of on lookout to see what's going to happen with all the geopolitical issues right now. So Nubians, we don't know. You've been consolidating right here for 3+ days. It's in consolidation. Would need to see a break above the highs and a retest, or a break above the lows, below the lows and a retest to see it go either way. Yeah, no problem, Frank. Everyone's got to start somewhere, but essentially the dollar typically does not always go the same way as oil. No, BVS, I'm not touching gold. Just somebody wanted me to look at it. I don't trade gold. I don't like the price action. Typically when the dollar rises, the gold drops, right? So they're inverse of each other. If the dollar is going up, gold is going down. If gold is going up, the dollar is going down. This past month or so, we had them both going up at the same time. That's a scary thing to see. because that means you're headed towards a crash somewhere. It also means people are taking their money out of other currencies and other investments and just putting them in the dollar and in gold, which means we're headed toward times of economic uncertainty. And with that being said, that's a very scary thing for a lot of people. There's no accurate entry right now, man. On gold, there is no accurate entry. We're not forcing a trade, you know what I mean? There is no entry here. There's no trade to be had here. This doesn't fit any of our rules to get in a trade. You just want to guess, and that's the problem. Not you specifically, but people just want to guess. Like, here's your resistance, here's your support for 3 straight days. I typically do, not every day, like during the week when a zone gets taken out and is no longer valid, I'll delete it and redraw it. But it just depends. If the zone needs to be changed, change it. If it doesn't need to be changed, it should stay. So like for instance on Euro JPY, like this zone right here is gonna stay. This zone's huge. It's gonna stay. Your main zone up top here is gonna stay. Your high zone up here is gonna stay. These smaller zones, you could certainly move around and get rid of as you don't need them, but this is your break of structure with your new support. This is your resistance on the 1 hour. Yes, but you need to have the break of structure, and you need to have that. You don't have that on gold. You'd be guessing at this point. There is no clear direction of where this is going. Everybody wants to hop into trades so quick, and, you know, that's why people fail. Again, not saying you, just the trading community as a whole, people that get into trading want to get in so quick. Oh, let me just press buy, press sell, press buy, press sell. You got to have a system. You got to have a system. If you don't have a system, you will fail. I promise you. Nice new name there, Adele. No problem, Nubians. The value of $1 and the value of an oil barrel are not the same thing. Someone's pretending to be you, Adele. Just ban him. Just ban him. He's got his same name. Just ban him. Typically JPY pairs in the Asian session here, Joe. Oh. Okay. So like Euro JPY, USD JPY, GBP JPY, any of the USD pairs. Currently we're only looking really at 3 pairs. Yeah, oil and the dollar are 2 different things. So like, exactly. You're not selling one for the other, if that makes sense. But we're looking at possible Euro JPY buys, possible Euro CHF buys. We already took profit on this earlier in the day today. So we already did make money on this trade. We're looking to see if we possibly may re-enter. But yeah, I really do like buys on this. It's just been consolidating on the 15-minute time frame. Look at this. It hasn't moved in an hour and 45 minutes. It hasn't done anything. This is the first ounce of actual movement that we're getting here. Granted, the volume's low. Same with Euro JPY. We'd like a candle closure above the EMA ribbon to confirm that we are indeed moving up. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I go live 5 days a week, Sunday through Thursday. We don't trade Fridays. I worked on Wall Street, and like I told you guys, nobody trades Fridays. Everybody's closing their positions on Fridays. Yeah, correct. Except the dollar and gold should always run inversely. But yeah, essentially. Oh, you're in South Africa? So I'm in Eastern Standard Time, so. It is 1:39 a.m., so 1 a.m. your time. I did, and then I got out, Sydney. This one? Yeah, I sent that message at like, hold on. I sent that message at what time? At, 12 o'clock. That the only trade I'm in is the one that I sent out to you guys. Euro CHF buys. At 12 o'clock. Right now on USD JPY there, Frank, it's hard to tell. It's been in an uptrend for so long, so the dollar compared... Yeah, that trade just didn't want to move in our direction. It still can, that's the thing. Like, it still has the chance to reject this area. And I truthfully think it's going to. I think we're going to get that rejection. We just need to see a break of the lows. We just need a break of the lows, you know what I mean? No, Euro CHF or GBP NZD is what we're looking at right now, but on the CHF pair, I like the dollar moving up in comparison to the Swiss franc. Yeah, euro to the Swiss franc. So the value of the euro to the value of the Swiss franc. The value of the euro is moving up higher in comparison to the value of the Swiss franc. Yeah, I just trade foreign exchange pairs. That's it. Mostly the majors. USD, JPYs, you know, GBP, JPY, Euro, JPY. Just the major pairs. Some of the more smaller pairs we do trade sometimes, like GBP, NZD. But we pretty much stick to the big ones. Whatever has volume and the price action on the chart looks good and the market structure looks good, I'll trade it. As long as it meets all 4 of our rules. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Happy to answer. Nice. Thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Volume is important. Volume's definitely important. I mean, that's why when we look at the session open, we're really looking at what has volume and what doesn't. That's the most important. Yeah, volume equals volatility. That's one of my sayings here, is that volume equals volatility. It's very important to understand that. Volume equals volatility. But we just wait now. We've already done the hard part of analyzing. Now we got to wait and see what happens. What is the market going to give us? What is the market not going to give us? No problem, Adele. I don't know what IBKR is. If you're talking about brokers, though, I only use liquid brokers. What is IBKR there, Frank? Oh yeah, it's a trading platform. No, I use TradingView to chart up everything. I use liquid brokers to execute. That's all I use. Yeah, this is the best broker by far right here. Tight spreads. Tight spreads, very low commission. Tight spreads is all you can ask for, really. As long as your spreads are close to what the actual market is, you really can't go wrong. Boy, this is some garbage price action tonight. Let me tell you. There's only one trade that looks good. Really only one trade that looks decent. That's Euro CHF. All right, bullish engulfing on the 15-minute here. There we go. We got something at least. Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily think it moves that slow. Like, tonight is slow, but we've had days where we've been in and out in 15 minutes, 45 minutes, you know? What's up, Jose? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, it is. That's for sure. I think this is our number one trade of the night, though, Euro CHF. Unless Euro JPY wants to move, but it's just not. It's not doing anything. None of these charts are. If anything, it looks like it's going to come down. USD JPY could be breaking towards the downside, too. It depends. So, like, if we were to take sells here, I'd be looking for 23 pips. 24 pips. That percentage of return is going to depend on what size position, what size lot you open with your broker. So, when you say 1 to 5% return, it's going to depend on what your position size is, what your account size is. So that's going to vary person to person. Good questions, though. Sugar, this is Euro CHF. $100K of an Amazon stock and $10K of Amazon stock should be the same entry and exit? Should be the same percentages? You're talking about return on investment. You said what I'm looking for return. 26 pips. Let's just use this for argument's sake here. Take profit 3 here is 25 pips. That percentage of someone's account is going to be different than someone else's. 26% of my account's not going to be 26% of your account. The dollar is not going to be the same unless we have the exact same dollar amount. The movement of 26 pips is the same. What's up, Lycan? It's a funny comment. Yeah, I bet, Schubert. It's probably late for you. It's on my website. This is my indicator, so it's available on my website. Just because it uses all my rules, I had it specifically coded for me using all 4 of my confirmations. You can get access to it on my website, tradingwithmatt.ai. A lot of this price action is just not the best tonight. I'd like to see some bullish movement going into this hour candle here in the next 5 minutes and 30 seconds. See this thing at least finish with some upward mobility, some sort of strength. I'm giving this till 8 o'clock. If we don't see any movement in the 8 o'clock hour, I don't think I'm trading tonight. I mean, when I say no movement, I mean we have not had more than maybe 5 pips of movement either way on most of these charts. The only thing that I'd be willing to get into is Euro CHF. That's it. Nice. Have a safe trip there, Adele. Good night, Schubert. Yeah, Liquid is only $7 a lot. Yep. You are correct. Waiting to get some sort of movement here. My goodness. We're going to have a fair value gap created on this hour. When this hour closes. Aloha, what's up, man? Miguel, what's going on? I have Gemini Pro and ChatGPT Pro. They're both the same thing. Paddle. It depends on what your leverage is there, Frank. Most of us are trading at 1 to 500 leverage. ChatGPT Pro is good. It just does things a lot faster. I like Gemini Pro because it has that Nano Banana Pro 2 or whatever. I like them both. I really use them for image generation and just for like creating descriptions and stuff. Good. Glad to hear that, Adele. Yeah, I just use them for like image generation, content creation. I'm not really using them to like set up trades for me. Like I know a lot of people like using them like, hey, analyze Euro CHF right now and tell me what it's going to do. It's going to tell you the same thing I'm telling you. Here's the possible upside, here's the possible downside, here's our key support, here's our key resistance. Based off these areas, if you see a break above here or a break below here, this is what's likely to happen. That's all they can do. They can't predict more than that. I've experienced with them heavily. Yeah, you can definitely use them to learn too, for sure, 100%. But in terms of analyzing the markets, they can't do much other than tell you the exact same things that you already know about support and resistance. Tell you what, guys, we got red folder AUD at 11:30, and none of these charts look good. Yeah, it also helps out sometimes too. It gets things done quicker. Like if you say type up a YouTube description for a live stream for the Asian session that's SEO friendly and will draw people in. It'll give you a really good YouTube description that you don't have to come up with yourself. Like stuff like that is really good. Essentially taking information that you just want to give a general broad spectrum of about, it can expand on and use SEO type words that are going to help you get more clicks, help you get more traction, really anything, to be honest with you. I use it more for information and image generation than anything. The video generation kind of sucks unless you pay for like Higgsfield or whatever. Higgsfield AI. Yeah. I'm not getting in anything, guys. This price action's terrible. This market's moving terrible. It's gonna wait. We're gonna have to wait till London. I'll let you guys know if we're gonna get anything and get anything. I'll definitely send out a message in the Discord group, guys.
It starts fast.
But there's nothing. There's nothing. We're just forcing a trade if we try and get in something here. I'll be watching Euro CHF and I'll be watching Euro JPY for a move upwards. Other than that, there's nothing here today. This morning we caught some, but there's just nothing here tonight. Thank you guys for watching, but no good price action tonight. No trades. If I see something, if I get an alert on some of my charts, I'll send out a signal on Discord, but no trades tonight, guys. Sorry, just doesn't look good. Thank you, everybody. Frank, Adele, Miguel, Aloha, Schubert, Jose, Sugar, Lane, Nubians, everybody that showed up, I appreciate you guys. Just not much going on in price action tonight. No reason to force a trade. So have a good night, guys. Thank you. Appreciate you, Dale. Thanks, Nene. Have a good one. Jan, the trader, thank you.